What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Yours truly, Kendrick McKnight here, back again with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content. WWE Royal Rumble 2025 in the books, and man, what a PLE. Lonnie, man, did the Royal Rumble yesterday live up to the hype, bro?
The PLE or the actual Royal Rumble?
The PLE
I think the PLE, it wasn't overrated, it wasn't underrated. It was, to me, just about right. I think, just me personally, compared to what we've seen, especially, you know, um, since last year, I don't think they need to go back to Indianapolis for an event like this. Um, the crowd engagement, it wasn't as they weren't in tune. I'm not gonna say they weren't in tune, but it just wasn't um as engaged to me just from observation. Um,
wasn't like a Chicago or Philly or New York,
correct,
you know what I mean?
correct.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
felt very soft. Pause. That was crazy. Um, but the matches itself, the PLE, I would give this a strong like nine. A strong nine. I liked everything. I liked the format of everything. I like how they had the matches, the card set up as well. So shout out to Triple H, man. Just keep doing his thing. So
Most definitely. Just a great overall show. I told you in the last video that it could be possibly, PLE of the year. As of right now, even though it's February, you know what I mean? But like you said, I like the format, with the starting off with the women's, the tag team match. Like you said, the men's had the main event, men's Rumble had the main event. Before that, the Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens match for the WWE title. Um, just an overall, like I said, great PLE and filled with a lot of surprises that really like got me personally, you know what I'm saying? But we'll get into that. But as you guys can see, the winner of the men's Royal Rumble match, man, main event, Jay Uso, yeet, right? We'll get into like how he won and stuff like that, but what was your shock level when you saw Jay Uso out of all people that was in the men's Royal Rumble? For him out of all people to win, what was that surprise level?
it was like a proud. It to me it was proud. Thank God King ain't on here because we wouldn't have heard the end of it. But I know we both said CM Punk. All
Yeah.
right. Like I said, like I said in the group chat, once I seen CM Punk get eliminated, I was like, "Oh, this is Jay all the way. This is Jay all the way." So I was excited, and um, I was excited. Jay and Cena, it was like a acceptance. It was a oh wow, like like well deserved. Like it was like I was shocked a little. I was only shocked when CM Punk got eliminated, but after that, it was like all right, man, it's your time to shine. It was like a proud moment
Mm.
because of what we've seen, since what 07, 07, 08, with the face paints, the the dances, the seeing him win the Royal Rumble, man, like it's nice. And I know like I've been a little bit bullish on him, but it's only because, at the time he wasn't winning. That was it. I was like, I can't call him main event until he start winning. So now, like, of course, he's just been building and building and building, and just it's gotten better. And I've even said something about his move set. Like, it was still. This man pulled off a poison Karana. Like that is crazy. That is crazy. But I was hyped. I was happy for him, man. I was happy for Jay.
Me too, man. Like you said, I was definitely pulling for CM Punk here, just based off the fact of just the amount of story that came in with Punk, and even not with just Punk, Cena, Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, right? So for Jey Uso out of all people to win was definitely a shock factor. But at the same time, it was one of those shock factors where it's like, I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? Like just the trials and tribulations that he's gone through from being just labeled as a tag team guy, not being able to be taken seriously as a singles. Like you kind of like what you were saying when he first entered with the face paint with Jimmy, um, just the trials and tribulations they had as a team. And once that split happened, it's like, okay, what you gonna do now? You know what I mean? And so it's been a journey because I was on the hype train with Jey Uso. With the yeet, the entrance, the just the whole presence of Jay. But at the end of the day, when that bell rings, you have to win matches. And when he wasn't, it was kind of like my not my fandom, but kind of like my height level for him dwindled because it's like when you're main event Jey Uso, you have to win matches to be up there with the Romans, the Codys, the Seth, the Drews. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely dwindled, but at the same time, I was still there for Jay because his matches with Gunther, who else had his face? Roman Reigns, just these
Braun.
high profile world title matches. It was great showings, but took an L at the same time. You know what I mean? So it was kind of hard to continuously take him seriously and being in that main event spot. But I think this Royal Rumble win definitely stamps him being in that main event for sure. And I'm 1000% sure that he's going to choose the world title and go after Gunther. Like he was saying in the post show of the
Yeah.
Royal Rumble, like he knows for sure in his heart that he can beat Gunther. He was that close at Saturday night's main event, and he think that he can do it on the biggest stage in Las Vegas, WrestleMania 41. So I'm very excited about that one. And man, Jey Uso, man,
I
eat.
just, I just hope it's not a like a Kofi Mania type of thing. I hope that's not the case.
Mhm.
It Jay it's so easy to say he's well deserving of it. I don't necessarily like using the word deserving. I believe he earned it. He scraped and crawled. He's done everything he needed to do, especially um, being single, being solo. No pun intended, but no, not for no pun intended, but not in all seriousness, like he's done everything that he needed to do. And just observation, so I don't mean to go too far ahead, but I'm going to. So when he decides to face Gunther and he beats Gunther at WrestleMania, we almost have to look at Gunther like, man, you're accomplished, very accomplished, but you don't got to win at WrestleMania. You lost your IC to Sami Zayn. Then you if he loses to um no wait, did he win his first one?
No, he won at 39.
Okay, never mind. My bad. My
I was
bad.
about
I
to
was
say
my
what?
bad. I was like, wait, hold on. I was like, hold on. I think I'm wrong.
Yeah,
But yeah,
he
it's
retained the title against Drew and Sheamus, the Triple Threat.
okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. My bad. My bad. But yeah, like pretty much losing two straight. It's like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a good look, man. That's not a good look. So that's all
I
I had to say
mean,
about that.
Triple H is one of the greatest of all time, but he doesn't have the greatest WrestleMania resume. He has lost as much as he's won, but we still put him in that high marking.
Fair. Fair.
But at the same time, Gunther's not Triple H, so I get that point. But even greater, um, the match beforehand, undisputed WWE Championship match with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. This was definitely hard hitting. It was intense, a bit emotion in it as well. And towards the end, it was a little, a little mainstream Cody that we've been needing for a while that I personally loved. What did you think about that? And where does Kevin Owens go from here?
Kevin Nolan is look, just go to mid card, man. Get you a United States Championship. Know what I'm saying? You'll be all right. As long as Cody's champion, you're done for, buddy. Yeah, I think Cody just need Kevin.
Mhm.
I think he'll be out for a little bit. Um
Yeah,
the
that was that
Alabama
was
slam
that was
that Alabama slam was bro, because his head did go through that. Oh, I was like, ooh, that didn't
yeah.
look good. Um, like you said, seeing that aggressive Cody, like that's what we've all been really like yearning for. Like we've always seen like glimpses of it,
Yeah.
but now it almost feels as if it's fully unleashed. Now, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because it's good because it's like, oh, okay, like this is why I'm champion. This is why I'm champion. I can't be like you. I'm on top. Can't nobody beat me. But then,
I think in the
you know,
moment it was good to see and great to see because of Kevin Owens' actions. So that's why he
mhm.
got like such a good response based off of the heel like stuff he was doing. But if he continues it on against, let's just say he does face a babyface Cena. I mean, if he does those tactics, I mean, is he still going to be cheered? Is he still going to be looked upon that way as far as that golden babyface in a
No,
sense?
no, absolutely not. It's like, I mean, like Triple H said, like it's pretty much like he Cena's grandfathered in. So anything you do to him is like anything you do to him that's like pretty much unnecessary.
Mhm.
It's like, why'd you do that? You didn't have to do that. So, I like this little mean streak, Cody, and I know we've talked about it numerous of times of Cody being a heel. Like I think it would be cool. Um, I think it would be really cool. But we'll see. I think that so wait, are we talking about the match? Or are we
No, we're just
Oh,
glancing.
okay, okay. My bad.
No, we're
All right,
just
but yeah,
glancing through.
that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about Cody. That's all I gotta say.
I got you. Even the match before that, a solid tag team match for the titles that, what I'm saying? Like, I didn't watch all of because of my personal reactions of the first match that we'll get into. I just cut the PLE off, man. I just cut my phone off, bro. Like I didn't even want nothing to do with, what I'm saying? Not to say I didn't care about this tag team match because I like both teams. But we'll get into that at the actual top of the what I'm saying, the breakdown. But based off of what I did see, as far as like the highlights, I thought it was a very solid match. Um, and then your boys, man, Montez and Angelo came through, did damage. In your opinion, how far, in your opinion, how far of a fan have you been of the Prophets and just the journey of them from NXT to now? And just what do you think they go from here, man? As obviously heels now.
Um, Ever since watching wrestling again or WWE, I'll say that since I've been watching WWE again, I was always a fan of just the Street Profits. I felt like they should have most definitely had more bookings. Um, I mean, but I get it. I understand. But I just think specifically Montez is too big, or he has too much. He's too good of a wrestler and a guy to not to be on the bench. With a
Yeah.
guy like Montez, you can't sit him on the bench. Um, I like Angelo, the physicality that he brings. I know he don't really say much or anything like that. But as far as them as a tag team, I've always liked them. Um, it's so funny because it's even when we try to make them heel, it's like you can't. Because like I don't know if so when watching the end of it, right? When Dawkins came, hit him with the crutch, did it again to DIY. Like it wasn't necessarily any booze. It was almost like justified. It was like we don't see nothing wrong with it. It
Yeah.
was like that. I didn't, in my opinion, I didn't either because I believe that they've done work in the E, and it's just like I mean they feel like they're not being respected enough. So you know, with this heel turn, it's justified, and it's I most definitely understand it. So just going forward, I think they're just gonna go for they're gonna take what's theirs, and that's the championship.
So I definitely agree with you there, man. Definitely justified. And I see them capturing uh, at least one more tag team, championship, have solid run. And then after that, man, based off how they lose it, I think it's finally time for them to like go ahead and split and have that singles run for Montez. Maybe after WrestleMania, have that fresh, new start there. But I've always been a fan of Montez and Angelo, the Street Profits back in NXT. They always had that flavor and just that swagger of a tag team, kind of similar, but not so similar to Crime Time. You know what I mean? It's a different feel, but at the same time, I've always enjoyed, their presence and their in-ring work. And so once they got on the main roster, I was excited to see, you know, the eventual Usos match, the eventual New Day match. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. So I'm excited for this uh, heel turn for them and how far they would go with that. Like I said, I wasn't even watching the match. So like when you said something in the chat about the Profits, I'm like, what are the Profits doing out there? You know what I'm saying? Like they're not even, and that's crazy too because earlier in the day I had thought about them. Like, dang, they're not even on the card. And I wonder what they're doing. So like fast forward to when you said something about the Profits, I was like, what? What's going on? So that's when I immediately turned it back on and had to rewind. Like, what did they do? You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, I'm excited for the Profits, man. Excited for the Profits. And what do you think they'll get it though? Like Mania, probably, or Chamber, because they could
I
do
was
like
thinking Chamber.
yeah, they could do like a three-way tag team match.
Yeah. If it's not Chamber, then it would be Mania. I just feel like that's kind of too far out. But
Come on, April.
I guess, but I don't know. I'm tired of DIY having it. That's just me.
Dang, they just got it.
I don't care.
Okay.
It's all right.
Yeah. Okay. But man, you ready to get into the actual card, bro?
Yes, sir.
Um, first match of the night, man, was the women's Royal Rumble match, which overall I thought that was, no, it was a pretty good Rumble for the women. You know what I'm saying? I'll put it up there as far as one of the best, in my opinion. It started off with my pick, EO Scott. When I heard her music, I was like, oh my God, man, she gonna have to, okay. Okay. Um, Then former world women's world heavyweight champion Liv Morgan, which I thought was a solid start to the women's. How did you feel about them starting off and just um, the action between those two before the following picks?
Thought it was a great tone setter. You know, it's the first on the card. So you want to come off swinging, right? So EO being first, it was kind of like I seen it, I was like, oh shoot. Um, I was like, dang, she ain't gonna win. But and it's because like it just kind of confirmed every. So for me, I don't know why it made sense to me. Seeing EO come out first, that's when I knew my pick was. I was like, well, I don't even know why I even said Dakota. Um, but like,
You weren't even in the match, man.
that's what I'm saying. I was like, bro, come on, man. I was hot. I was hot.
Yeah,
But what was I about to say? Yeah, have two former champions going at it. That's always solid to do. I always like well, I love Liv work in the ring. So is EO. They're both very they don't necessarily have unique styles, but it's like it's textbook but flashy. I don't know if that makes sense. It's
mm,
like, yeah, it's textbook, um, technical, but it looks nice when they're doing it. Obviously, because they're professionals, but I think that was a great tone setter for the first two. But yeah, like you said, like seeing EO come out first, I was like, oh, here we go.
absolutely, man. Then next up was Roxanne Perez, which was I ain't gonna say it was a surprise because I was expecting her to come through, you know what I'm saying, and have that official call up. But she had a fantastic showing, eventually being in the last two. So that was like a solid what, like good hour being in the match.
Yeah, I think she had the longest. I think she has the longest. Dang, where was I reading it at? Well, obviously, she was the Iron Woman for this Royal Rumble, but I think if
Yeah.
she wasn't first, then she was like second for
Hmm.
the longest time. But yeah, I'll shout out to NXT, man. Like I said, I think that was the thing I was looking for. Like, NXT stars having their moment. And it was nice to see that these stars had their moment. So shout out to Roxanne for being the last two. That's impressive. It's impressive.
Absolutely, man. I had a few NXT women up here that we're gonna get into, but next up we had Lyra Valkyria that had a pretty good showing. She had a little mal you know wardrobe malfunction, you know what I'm saying, but it's okay. But I did like how she was struggling with it, then Liv knocked her down to recover, you know what I'm saying, to
Yeah.
protect her, in a sense. So I thought that was pretty cool. The fifth entrant was your favorite, the Women's United States champion, Chelsea Green, um, which the crowd was so over for her. Did you notice that? Like that was
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
that was crazy.
It was cool.
Um, the sixth entrant was King's favorite, B-Fab. That she didn't really get like a reaction like that for her. But number seven was Ivy Now. Number eight, Zoe Stark. Number nine, Lash Legend, which I thought that was like a solid entrance. And
Yeah.
she did pretty well. Ain't gonna lie. She did pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
The time that she had, she utilized it very well.
yeah, she was in like what good 15, 20.
Yeah. I think it was like, was it 19? What, it was 19 or 20. I don't remember.
Okay, I got you. My second pick to win this match, number 10 was Bianca Belair, which was like kind of like the she set the tone with the Rumble match with their the pop that she had was crazy. Um, did you see that spot where like she did a backflip for like what 4 times in a row? Oh,
Hmm.
I mean that was trying to get to her
Yeah.
apron. I thought that was crazy. Number 11 was Shayna Baszler. 12 Bailey. Sonya Deville at 13. Maxine Dupree at 14. And Bianca Belair's tag team partner Naomi at 15. So we're halfway through. At that point, what was your thoughts for the match so far? And what was your excitement level there? And what was to come with the next 15?
Um, at that point, I'm like, all right. It was starting to get a little flat.
Yeah, because it
All right.
wasn't.
Nobody was really getting eliminated.
Yeah, until
I was like,
I think the first person eliminated was BFAB, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
because by the about time we got to like, I think 19 or 20, I'm trying to remember. Only four people were eliminated.
Mhm.
I was like, that's a lot of people in the ring.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, at that time, I was like, all right, come on now, like somebody need to get eliminated. And then that's wait, I'll let you finish the order, and then we can get into it some more.
Number 16, probably, let me see. She probably in my top five right now as far as women in WWE, period. Jada Parker, um, who had a good showing
Mhm.
as well. She had like a good, like what, 10, 12 minutes in there.
Mhm.
Bro, between her, Lash, and Bianca, yeah. 17, you had Piper Niven, 18, Natalia, and 19, the official, um, I guess you could say signing to WWE, Jordan Grace. Last year, she was the TNA Knockouts champion, but still part of TNA. This was her official match.
Debut match, yep.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, she had a good showing as well. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what she did. Did she pick up on Piper?
Piper.
She did something. Yeah, that was crazy. Number 20 was Mitchin. Is it Meechin?
I think it's Micha.
Okay. And number 21, which was my personal favorite entrant, the return, the eventual return of the goddess Alexa Bliss. I was staring at
Wait, pause. Just real quick. Dude, I wanted to say her name when we were doing the predictions, but
Mhm,
I was like, I don't know if it's too soon to say that. I was thinking maybe next year's, but I
mhm.
was just like, I really had a sense of Alexa Bliss coming out. So like I know when she came out, I knew the reaction I had. I was like, oh. So I can only imagine what your initial reaction was
Bro, I was
when
just
she
staring at
came
my
out.
phone like, that's
It's
crazy. Because I'm gonna be honest, I had forgot all about Bliss. I'm gonna be honest. Because it's been so long since she's, been on
has it
TV.
been 2 years? 2 years?
I think
Two or
that's
three?
it. I think that because I like this is also like a random thing that I like. I like how they kept up with the eliminations, who's next,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
who's, the order, you know what I'm saying? I like that.
Yeah.
And I hope they keep that going
Yeah.
forward.
I think I do like that too.
Yeah, yeah. And I think when she was coming out, I think it said this is her first time on TV since January of 23. So it's been a minute.
Yeah.
So that's why I forgot all about her, but it was really, really good to see her, man. Did you see her jacket? She had
Yeah.
paid it tribute to Bray. I thought that was pretty cool, man. Um, number 22 was Zelina Vega. 23, Candice LeRae. 24 was Stephanie. Is it Vancouver?
Don't get me the line. I don't know.
Number 25. I told you Trish Stratus was coming through, bro. Told you Trish Stratus was coming through, man.
Uh,
Um, 26, Raquel Rodriguez. 27, the
Woo!
eventual, the eventual winner, Charlotte Flair. 28, the NXT Women's Champion, Julia. 29, Nia Jax. And number 30. Number 30. King's favorite. Nikki Bella. Um, were you expecting more as far as the 30 entrant? Or were you just like,
Kendrick, I was like, when I heard the "you can look, but you," I was like, it could have been anybody else, bro. Like Nikki, respect to Nikki. I don't care. Like, bro, go bounce. Like, I would have been better off seeing ODB than Nikki. I'm like,
that's
um,
nasty.
bro, I'm being for real, bro. Like I said, I don't have no issue with her, but I'm just like, man, for a number 30 entrance, like, okay, if Charlotte's coming out at 27, I need somebody to be big, not bigger, but like, you know what would have been crazy? And I know this would never happen. A Kelly, that would have been crazy. That would have been insane.
You've been in a couple women's rumbles.
Kelly?
Yeah.
Why don't I remember? Um, you
I
sent
know
me.
you express your distaste for her in the last video, but you would rather prefer Becky than Nikki.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Absolutely. Yes. I was just like, oh God, here we go. So, or I mean, like we talked about AJ, that would that would have been crazy.
That
Or
would
shoot, just huh?
that would have set the stadium on fire, man. AJ.
Even what's my girl name? Paige. Uh, like anybody but her. That's just me. That's just me. But I thought somebody else could have been, But timing is everything. Maybe she was the only one available in this moment. So,
For sure, man. I was going in and out as far as watching it, because I was like for a majority of it, I was able to watch it during my lunch break, but eventually had to go in, so I was kind of going in and out of it, watching it on my phone. But I can't remember exactly. Obviously, it was Roxanne and Charlotte, but who was the other two as far as the final four? Was it Nia Jax, right?
Nia, Roxanne, Charlotte.
Mhm.
Dang. Um, dang. Because she kicked out so many people right before.
Yeah,
Right.
I
Was it
was,
Roxanne? Was it Roxanne? Oh my gosh.
yeah, I was watching, and it was obviously Charlotte, Roxanne, Nia, Nikki, um, Bianca, Naomi was still in there,
hmm
Io was still in there, and like 2 minutes later, I look, and it's like
Kendrick.
Bianca's gone,
Kendrick.
Naomi's gone,
Kendrick. That was some
Io's gone.
bull. That was bull.
I was like,
Watching it,
yo,
I was like, oh, here we go. Cause like the way they were all just crowded, I'm like something bad about to happen. Sure enough, you just see Naya just coming. And I'm like, well, yep, here we go.
yeah, man.
Boom. Yep. Yeah, I was mad because I was like, bro, I was like, EO. I was like, really? Come on, man. I was upset. I'm like, for people to get eliminated like that, stuff like that kind of bothers me a little bit.
Mhm.
And then here come the Glazers. She eliminated 9 people. No, that was just momentum. If you kick one, everyone else fall. Like, I mean, that's just what it is. She didn't. It is what it is at this point. She got eliminated too.
Yeah. So the final two was Charlotte and Roxanne. They had a pretty good, back and forth, and then the eventual winner, Charlotte Flair, just literally just returned, and now going to the main event of WrestleMania against the champion for choosing. In your opinion, man, what were your thoughts on Charlotte Flair winning? And obviously, we know who she's going after. Tiffany Stratton. But what was your initial thoughts of her winning? And yeah, man, just how you feel, man.
Just real quick, it wasn't Roxanne. It was Nikki. I mean, it was Roxanne. It wasn't Raquel. It was Nikki. That was the final four. It was Nikki. It was
Nikki,
Nikki.
Nikki, Nia, Charlotte, Roxanne.
Yeah, those were the final four. I had to think about it
Okay.
because she was the last person. Raquel was already out. Um, I know we talked about it yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't, I guess because of how, Triple H has been doing everything, throwing a wrench in everything, right? I was like, oh yeah, of course, like we said, like, man, it's too easy to say Charlotte. And what happens? Charlotte wins. So it's like, come on, man. Like, it I didn't want it to be, I didn't want that to be predictable, but who am I? Right? They know better than I do. Um, I mean, it's cool, I guess. Me personally, I would prefer to see someone else. But we haven't seen Charlotte in a while. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense for right now. But, to come fresh off an injury, you still got the brace on. Like, and then looking at the brace, I'm like, oh, I'm not as confident. I know you're trying to protect it and everything, but that also makes you self-conscious. Having that brace on, just worrying about it because it happened once, it can happen again. So, I mean, I'm indifferent about it. It's like I said, like I didn't think it would have been that predictable, but you know, it ended up happening. The thing that we didn't want to happen ended up happening. The thing happened. So
It did happen. And I wasn't too hot about it, you know what I'm saying? Because um, you know, first of all, respect to Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? I've always I ain't gonna say that I've always liked Charlotte. I just never loved Charlotte to that point. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying, but I just didn't feel like she need needed to win. Because it's Charlotte Flair. Like you can get a title match outside of the Rumble, outside of the Elimination Chamber. I felt like I told you in the preview, I felt like someone on the Raw side should have got it. But with that, it's probably going to be decided in the chamber as far as who challenges Rhea. But I just didn't feel like Charlotte needs the win. You know what I'm saying? And coming off of what was the past injury?
I think ACL. ACL.
Coming off of an ACL injury and going straight to the main event of WrestleMania is kind of crazy to me. But
Yeah.
it's Charlotte Flair, you know what I mean? But do you see her winning though? at WrestleMania and defeating Tiffany Stratton. See that will send me over the edge, bro. Like,
This is going to be interesting. I can see her winning. I don't want her winning. I don't want her winning because literally they're literally the same person. Tiffany's just younger.
yeah,
Literally. Um, yeah, I think Charlotte will win. I think she'll win that match. If it's Tiffany. If it's Tiffany. If it's not Tiffany, if Tiffany loses her belt somewhere else, I mean, prior to WrestleMania,
mm,
then I don't know. I just feel like because Tiffany is new and everything, it's like, oh, what you still have time, so just bring it back to me. I think it'll be like that. Um, that's just me though, but yeah, I think I do see Charlotte beating Tiffany in WrestleMania if that happens. Do I want it to happen? No, but I won't be surprised.
that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy, man. But yeah, the winner of the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble, Charlotte Flair, first woman that is a two-time Women's Royal Rumble winner. Of course, Charlotte gets that, stat. But overall, it was a great women's Royal Rumble. Like I said, I'll rank that as probably one of the best, arguably the best so far. Just the amount of surprises, the entrance, and some of the eliminations were pretty cool too. But yeah, man. Moving forward, you got the 2 out of 3 falls match for the WWE Tag Team titles. DIY defending against Motor City Machine Guns. I've only watched, like I said, the highlights of it. It was pretty cool, but you watching it in real time, how how was the matches and just the constant back and forth?
Um,
Because
it's not.
this was the match that you at least look forward to. So like,
Yeah, I know, but the match itself wasn't actually bad either. It was better than I thought it would be. The ref could have did a better job at their job. Missing the fake tag. Costing Motor City. A count, a pin. I mean, um, I love now. I do like the fact that Motor City is fast paced. Of course, being a tag team for 20 years, a lot of things you can just do in the back of your head, and they show why they belong. Um, like I said, the match itself was very solid. It was impressive. I will say it was impressive to me on how both tag teams performed. And it just made it more interesting when Street Profits came out to, pretty much say, "Hey, like we about to take over." Um, I just think really this what sound like sports. It's us against the refs. You know,
kind
it's us against the refs. So that's what it was for Motor City, unfortunately. So yeah.
of like Kansas City, Pat Mahomes and the refs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I always knew this was going to be a solid match. One of the most decorated tag teams in tag team right now. Motor City Machine Guns and then DIY. Um, but I just wish I didn't allow my personal emotion to get in the way as far as watching this match because like I said, I always knew it was going to be a good match, but um, from what I saw, this was pretty solid and involving, the Street Profits in it definitely gives the SmackDown tag team scene a great future. And kind of like what I indicated earlier, maybe a possible three-way tag at Mania or Chamber, and the eventual Profits title run is going to be pretty sweet. Just how they get it is going to be interesting moving forward, but I'm just looking forward to, at the moment anyway, just that promo from them on SmackDown explaining their actions and just being heels, man. I'm pretty excited about that one. But
Yeah.
um, that's really all I got, man. You know what I mean? You got anything more for this match?
Like I said, I mean, it was impressive, but
Yeah.
not that much to really talk about.
But yeah, man, move forward, man. The undisputed WWE Championship on the line in a ladder match. You got the actual undisputed WWE title and the Wing Eagle title from back from the Attitude Era. Um, this was a phenomenal match. Had told a lot of stories, had a lot of emotions, hard hitting. It was intense. Um, just overall, you can argue that it's one of Cody's best matches since becoming champion. Um, just the amount of hard hitting, um, and of course the eventual spot of Cody winning. You know what I'm saying? There was one point in the match. I think he did. I think Kevin did his signature off of what is that move that Kevin does when he grabs you like this and he turns you?
Dang.
And he did it on Cody to the ladder. I was like, yo,
Um,
that was crazy.
the was it the fire? No, it wasn't the fireman. It starts with a F. It starts with a F. What is it called? This thing gonna bother me now. It starts with the F. That's all I know. Um,
Yeah, but that move that was crazy. Um, because a couple times when Cody hit the ladder, I was like, that was that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But the amount of bumps in this match and then the eventual blood on Kevin's was, I think that was needed for the story and kind of like what we was talking about earlier, that mean streak that came out of Cody when the blood came, and then the constant hit him in the face where that
yeah.
spot was, and the eventual Alabama slam it through the ladder, and to eventually capture the titles was a pretty great scene. Now, were you like me where you thought like Sammy was going to do something to involve himself, and were you shocked when he didn't?
I thought he was going to do something,
Mhm.
but not necessarily like not hurt either of them, but like with him being there or like just talking to someone, right? Or um so like let's just say for instance, if him and Cody were like talking, or him and if Sami Zayn was talking to one or the other on the ropes or whatever, right? One of them get out the way, boom, hit Sami Zayn. Then it's like, oh snap, I didn't mean to do that. Sami Zayn may possibly retaliate. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But I was just when he came out, I was like, what is going to happen? Like that's probably the most unsure I've felt in a long time. Um, I didn't know what to expect. So when he didn't do anything, it was just like, so why were you out there? And now I wonder if he's going to talk to Cody like, hey man, like that was unnecessary. Like now I wonder if some steam will be picking up from that. Then which would never mind. I ain't gonna get into all that.
What you mean? Go ahead.
What if Sami Zayn trying to hold Cody accountable for his actions and stuff, right? What if Cody hits Sami Zayn, right? Or that it leads to bigger things, right? To where Roman has to step in. Then when Roman steps in, right? Everything that Roman has, the baggage comes with him. That's why I said the fatal four way. I may be reaching, but I mean, hey, we never know.
Yeah,
But
we'll see.
I think him being out there, I think Sami Zayn will confront Cody about that. But
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he will be out there for no reason, even though he never did anything physically to involve himself.
yeah,
I think that story will, bleed into, SmackDown with him and Cody. Um, maybe to a match, maybe to a semi turn, but I thought that was really, really interesting to carry on the story because I don't see Kevin being on TV for a while. So
yeah,
adding that extra layer with Sammy and seeing what he would do or say and retaliate to Cody, it would be interesting to see, moving forward. But overall, I thought it was a great match. We all knew Cody was going to win. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the execution to it and just the storyline within it was interesting and pretty intriguing. But yeah, man, I don't. Me personally, I don't see Cody losing until possibly SummerSlam, and that's um, even with the possibility of him facing Cena at Mania. I just don't see it, me personally. Uh, but yeah, man. Any more you got for this match before moving to the main event?
nah, just a great match. Yeah, ready to see what happens either Monday or Friday. So,
Yeah. Now you got the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble, the main event of the night. Similar to the women's, this is probably one of the best men's Royal Rumble matches of all time. It had the surprises, it had the moments, um,
a lot of moments.
a lot of moments. um, just the whole 9 yards, man. Starting off, and Rey Mysterio, I was very, very surprised Rey Mysterio started number one and gave off that, 2006 vibe. Uh, that was pretty cool to see. And then number two, Penta, bro. For them to start thought that was pretty cool, man. That representation for, their cultures and, the Latin wrestling community. Now, before moving forward, I didn't, because like I said, I was busy at work, man. So like, I was only paying attention to like the entrance versus the action in the ring. So apparently in the chat, y'all was talking about some type of botch that happened. So what was that about? I didn't see it.
So Ray, Ray pretty much they they were both going over the top rope.
Hmm.
I think Ray pulled off a hurricanrana, but it was kind of off the side. It was a little weird. Um, and they both went over the top rope. So Ray is hanging on like he's pretty much laying on the top rope. And Penta, he is literally like on the rope like this, but like it just happened so fast. So it's like Ray does a here Karana, Ray's on the side, on the laying on the side like this of the rope. Penta flips and it happens so fast. It's like the momentum he had, it was like boop. It's like he popped back up. I'm like, whoa, no, there is no way. So that's the box. Like I believe both his feet touch. I need to see it again, but the it happened. It was like I was like, whoa. And they said it was one. I don't know. I don't know. It happened. They didn't show a replay or nothing, which is why I
Yeah.
was like, this has to be a botch. Because usually, if it wasn't, they would show a replay.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was way too fast. I was like, nah, his feet must both of his feet had to have touch it. That's me though.
for sure, man. I mean, I think Penta was the Iron Man in this match, so he was
Yep. Yep.
definitely needed no matter what. So I mean, I'll have to look at it because I didn't even look at it. I'm just now like learning what happened. Um, but that's interesting. I'll probably have to like replay
Yeah, please do. I was like, huh?
it. The third entrant, which was interesting, Chad Gable, who had who's had like an interesting like obsession with Latin wrestlers. So for him to go off with, Rey Mysterio and Penta was crazy. Number four was your favorite, Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that he came out so early?
A little bit. A little bit. Um, I was like, oh, come on, man. Yeah, I was like, dang it. I wish he came out like if it was like 10, I would have been fine.
Hmm.
But 4, I was like, dang, that's a little early. But man, I love Carmelo, man. I'm ready to see him, whenever he gets that I was about to say the singles run. But, either whether it's him being champion or, him just going up against the big dogs. I'm ready to see him perform because he's a great performer, excellent performer, and he can sell. It's hard to find a better seller than him as of right now. It's hard to find a better seller, but I appreciate the work that Carmelo did, and he worked well with very good with Chad Gable. It was almost like a tag team match. It was Ray and Penta versus Carmelo and Gable. It was pretty good. I'm not. It was a lot of high flying action going on, so it was good. I love Carmelo, man.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely a future world champion within the coming years, you know what I'm saying? As long as he keeps that momentum. But
Yeah,
I really hope he gets a mid card title in 2025. Because he, like you said, he has the look, he has the presence. He definitely go in the ring and arguably one of the best sellers right now. I can't really. maybe maybe up there with Seth as far as like best selling.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I love Carmelo as well. The fifth entrant was Santos Escobar, which is solid. Um, six was Otis. Seven was Braun Breaker, and number eight was Speed, bro. That was so.
Wait. It was Tozawa, then it was
Tozawa at
Speed.
first. When
Yeah.
I heard Tozawa, I was like, okay, this run was kind of weak. Already starting off, but then when that happened, with Carmelo hit him, um,
Bro, that was so funny. That was so funny, bro. Bro, Carmelo face, he was hot. Bro, that was hilarious. Um, but yeah, sorry.
yeah, man. So then Speed, I like how they like did that whole thing in Gorilla and trying to figure out, oh, somebody got to replace him. Somebody got to replace him. And Speed would just happen to be right there. And
Yeah.
he came out, man. He did pretty good. Had a good showing. But my God, that spear was just,
Bro, the way his head, I was like, oh, that don't look good.
bro, that was worse than RKO, bro. Yeah, that hit, bro.
Bro,
That
I was like, his feet most definitely touched. But yeah.
hit.
Yeah, now that and then Otis, no one's talking about Otis when he flipped him. Well, the way he just threw him like a rag doll. I'm like, ouch.
Yeah.
Now it would have been funny if he would have like landed on those chairs, because he wouldn't have been out
Hmm.
if he would have landed on those chairs. Um, yeah, if he would have landed on the chairs without his feet touching, that would have been interesting. But yeah, no, that spear was nasty. The way his head just, oh man, I felt bad.
That was crazy, bro. Number nine, Sheamus. Number 10 was Jimmy Uso. Um, well, first of all, how you liking this singles run of Jimmy right now, man? Because he's
Big
really
Jim, man. Big Jim. Hey man, I'm liking it. It's starting to rub off on me a little bit.
yeah.
He's smooth, man. It's one of those things, it's like I think he's a great role player. Not necessarily a star, but he's a great role player, like him and Melo, right? Like it's like, all right, Big Jim. Like we see you, man. Holding up your own weight. He's like there if I say like a Kobe White last year. It's like he's solid, man. Like, nah, for real. Like he's giving you solid matches. Of course his promos or yeah, his promos are always good. Like there'll never be like really disappointment with him, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm liking his solo run though. It's nice to see him holding up his own. I think eventually, whenever that is, he'll be the United States champion.
My opinion, I think that would be at WrestleMania, bro.
Mm.
Because I see a possible maybe because every other year they do like this 5, 6 man ladder match for the IC or United States. I see Shinsuke defending the title against Jim, maybe LA Knight, Priest, maybe Mello, put Mello in there, maybe Jacob. Um, and maybe it's a couple other guys, put them in there just to put everybody on the card. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, I Jimmy Uso, bro. I think he'll finally get his moment in WrestleMania as well as
Yeah.
as
And
a singles.
yeah. Um, Also, it's something to keep an eye out on. I think when Big Jim was I'm trying to remember because he was out there for a couple of, not out, but when people were, I think like doing interviews or like just getting ready, Shinsuke was like in the background. And I thought it was interesting because I think he was out there for Jimmy and a couple more people. And I was like, hmm, noted. I'll keep that in mind. So, we'll see. I gotta remember who he was out there with. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. But yeah, shout out to Big Jim, man.
Yeah, Big Jimmy Uso, man. Number 11 was Andrade. Number 12, Jacob Fatu.
I
Was
think that was too early. Just a little too early.
too early for Jacob?
I would have been fine at 15.
Okay.
That's me though.
Number 13 was Ludwig Kaiser. Um, I was a bit surprised that he was in there. I don't know why though.
Though I was surprised how short his he
I
had to say.
know that
Like,
was
come on, man.
that was crazy. Number 14 was The Miz. Um, good to see The Miz. You know what I'm saying? And number 15, the TNA World Champion Joe Hendry, probably probably top five as far as like the best pop in this Rumble. Uh,
Yep.
it was good to see him. You know what I'm saying? It was either between him or excuse me, Nick Namath, not Dolph Ziggler. As far as TNA representatives, you know what I'm saying? So it was good to see him, man. He had a good showing as well.
Yeah.
Uh,
That was
the only thing I didn't like, man, they didn't continue the music. I was ready to wave,
yeah.
but it's all good. But um, just stopping at this point, I did have one gripe with, that the halfway point with the match is there was no heavy hitters in the first half.
Yeah.
Um, the Cenas, the Reigns, Drew, you know what I'm saying? Because I prefer what I would have preferred is one of them to have start off the match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a Drew or maybe Seth, maybe Punk. But I mean, I get it, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, they get a little gas a little bit. You know what I mean? So I get it. They be at the second half of
Yeah.
of the Rumble match, but business did pick up. At number 16, which I was very surprised that Roman Reigns was at 16 because I was expecting him to be in the 20s.
Yeah.
Uh,
That I thought that was early. I was like, whoa.
yes,
Yeah.
super early, man. But then here comes the cavalry. 17 Drew McIntyre, 18 Finn Balor, which was probably the worst reaction he's ever gotten in his career. Um, Finn is done, bro. I don't.
I felt bad because
Mhm.
look, when that song played, I was like, who the hell is even that? And I was like,
The
oh my
only the
God,
only
that's Finn.
reason the only way I realized it was Finn is because like he got that symbol with the F and the XXX. That's how I
Yeah.
knew it was him when I was like, oh wow, wow,
Yeah, I do feel bad now. I was like, who the hell is even that? And then I was like, "Oh, this is not good."
yeah, that was terrible, man. Number 19, Shinsuke Nakamura, United States champion. And he was only in there for like good what
Not long.
5 6 minutes.
Not long.
Yeah, that was bad. Number 20, the eventual winner, Jay Uso. Um, and then the second biggest pop for me of the entire night was the return of the phenomenal AJ Styles. Now I did see, little theories here and there online about, the eventual return of AJ. Did I believe it? No. You know what I'm saying? But to finally see him back with his OG theme, not that
I was like,
not,
thank you, God.
not that garbage, man. But man, it was so good to see AJ, man. I was about there as far as tears, but I was good, you know what I'm saying? Because, AJ is one of those guys for me that inspired me, to just not just watch wrestling, but just like in life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've always enjoyed AJ. He was one of the main guys for me, as far as watching TNA, you know what I mean, with him, Joe, and the crew. So I've always loved AJ, man.
Yeah,
Number,
I think I'm sorry, I don't mean to interject.
yeah, you
No,
go.
I think AJ, like his impact on TNA. I keep doing this. But yeah, his impact on TNA, like I remember like '06 to like 2011. No, 2010. Like you just a quick detour. So I started watching TNA in '06. I know that was kind of like when Kurt Angle had went, R-Truth, Pac-Man Jones was there. So I was just like, oh snap. I'm gonna watch TNA, especially while you know, now I got something else to watch besides WWE.
Mhm.
And you know, I just remember, of course, like going to watch TNA because of those superstars or because of the guys in WWE. And then I just remember like get ready to fly. And I'm like, who is this? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like blue pants, shortcut, AJ Styles. Like the thing that I always love about AJ Styles is he always gave 110%. Like you never had to worry about effort with him. Like he would always like give his all and you could like tell. Um and then just a great person, man. Like, what often pops up like in my mind is, when him and Jeff Hardy was talking and AJ was holding him accountable for like, yo, like, like you're making the brand look bad, bro. Like you're making yourself look bad. You're making us look bad and everything. So I've always like respected AJ, especially TNA days, because of how phenomenal he was. Um, I think he does deserve more flowers, deserves more credit for what he has done for the wrestling world, for sure. I don't think he gets enough credit. But yeah, that's my little rant about AJ.
Definitely not. Do you think it's because of his size or what?
It could be, man. It could be. But God, dog, like he was one of those guys, like it wasn't necessarily like talent, but it was just like he
Yeah.
was just a well-oiled machine. Like I don't know, it's one of those things you can't necessarily explain because like when you think of AJ, you don't think talented, but you just think like, hey man, he just came here to work and do whatever. Like when I think of talented, like you think of Jeff Hardy, you think of yeah, like guys like that. But AJ man, like could net like he's a to me he's oh I can't believe I'm using this. He's like the DeMar DeRozan of wrestling. Like you know what you're gonna get out of him. DeMar DeRozan, what, 11, 12 seasons of 20 points per game? That's impressive.
Yeah,
Like that's consistency, and that's what AJ Styles, always bring. So
absolutely, man. No, no AJ slander over here, man. You will be deleted. Number 22 entrant was
no, you did not just do that, bro.
what?
No, you did not just do that. Oh my gosh, bro. That's crazy.
Number the 22nd entrant, man, was Braun Strowman. It's good to see Braun. You know what I mean? But now 23. Now I did cry with Cena, man. Again, knowing that this is the last, hoorah. You know what I mean? Um, that was that was amazing. You know what I'm saying? John Cena. 24, CM Punk. Just that stare down with them two alone, and then Roman Reigns. That was it was generational, bro. And then 26, no, 25, Seth Rollins, Seth freaking Rollins. Um,
Hold on, one more thing, bro. Having all of that back to back, I was like, oh shoot, this is so much going on.
yes, man.
I was like,
That was insane, man. Um, then your favorite was number 26, man, Dirty Dom Mysterio. Uh, after all that legendary stuff, excuse me. Back to back to back, legend, legend, legend. And you got Dom. That's crazy. Uh, 27 was Sami Zayn. We just spoke about Sami Zayn earlier. 28, Damian Priest. And 29, LA Knight. And number 30, Logan Paul, man. Um, this was, like I said, one of the best, men's Rumble matches of all time. If I do remember correctly, the last six was Punk, Rollins, Reigns, Jay, Cena, Logan Paul.
Mhm.
Okay. Bro, that sequence with Seth, Roman, that by itself, just them two going back and forth, just that
Oh,
10 plus.
the the camera shot of Roman looking at Seth.
Yeah, bro.
Boy, what that looked like a movie. Uh,
Yeah, that
Yo,
was.
I had chills, dog. I had chills, bro. I was like, ooh, this is, yeah. Man, just thinking about it now, it's like, God, dog, man, that was. Mm.
Yeah, just that 10 plus rivalry going head to head with Seth and Roman. And, as they battle them out, they're on the apron, man, trying to take each other out. And next thing you know, CM Punk eliminates not just Roman, but both Roman and Seth Rollins. Like I said in the group chat, bro, that right there is the highlight of Punk's return. Like, granted, yes, the Hell in a Cell with Drew, amazing. His showing in last year's Rumble, amazing. To continue the match, even with a torn pec, amazing. The constant promo of the years with Cody and Seth, all amazing. But that right there just stamped just his comeback so far, man. Just to eliminate two guys that he has incredible history with, and
Yeah.
two guys that pretty much started their main roster career with, because you remember the Shield was, CM Punk's, security, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, just a full circle moment, which was crazy. Um, yes, yes,
Crazy dog.
crazy. Um, and then the unthinkable happens. CM Punk gets eliminated literally seconds after those two, man.
You,
And I'm just like,
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? It was I was like, as soon as it happened, I was like, man, uh, what the heck did I say? I said something along the lines of like, man, well, it would be real funny if CM Punk got eliminated by John. And then as soon as I said that, Logan, I was like, oh, I was, but it was me just like throwing out hypotheticals,
yeah.
and I'm not even thinking like that was gonna. Well, I know John didn't do it, but hold on, sorry, my son crying. Sorry, um, my bad. But yeah, just I didn't think that was gonna happen. I was like, oh shoot. Well, here we go.
I'm trying to remember who did eliminate Punk. Was it Logan? That was crazy, though.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, man.
Just to
Oh,
backpedal a little bit, though,
hold on,
man.
hold on. Let me check. Let me check on my son real fast.
Oh, you're good, man.
Real quick.
But what? Just to backpedal a little bit, like, were you shocked at how Drew McIntyre got eliminated, and how you thought like maybe he would be in, the last six, five, maybe four. You know what I mean?
I thought he was going to. Do you remember how he got eliminated? I don't remember
I
off
think
top.
Priest eliminated.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like shocked. It was like Drew is gonna want this back in blood with Priest. Um, I just thought it was a little too early. Even though it wasn't early, I just thought, like we said, like the final five, you know, I wasn't thinking Logan Paul, or no one was thinking Jay. Respectfully, of course, respectfully. But like, because of everything that has been going on over the past month, why not? So, um, yeah, it would have been interesting if like instead of so like if Drew eliminated Roman and Seth, and then CM Punk eliminated Drew, or Drew eliminated CM Punk. Like, I don't know. But you know what? Nah, thinking about it now, I mean, it wasn't bad. Maybe probably just like an extra 2 to 3 minutes, maybe. It would have been fine for me to say, oh yeah, nah, that was a good time for him to bounce. But
Yeah.
because now I'm trying to think, how did Damian Priest get eliminated? Was it Penta? No. Who eliminated Priest? Uh,
See.
um,
LA Knight.
That is right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that is right. And it's so funny because on SmackDown, that was like foreshadowing. On SmackDown, Priest and LA Knight, they were a tag team. They were a tag team, I guess. I think. Were they? And backstage they was like, you know, backstage, Priest was like, um, tonight's gonna be tonight, but Royal Rumble, business is gonna be handled or whatever. And he was talking directly to LA Knight. And then, LA Knight was like, yeah, yeah, whatever. We'll get to Royal Rumble when we get to Royal Rumble, but let's focus on right now. So it's just I find that very funny that LA Knight eliminated Damian Priest after that conversation. But
Yeah. But yeah, man, after that craziness with um even before we move on with the final three, just the chaos after the eliminations of Punk, Rollins, and Reigns, the double stomp to Roman was diabolical.
the first one was crazy. The first one was insane. That I I I genuinely yelled, "What the fuck?" Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah. But man, then he doubled back on the steps. Like, bro, he meant to do that. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it leaves you to like wonder, like, is this the the move as far as WrestleMania? Like, is it gonna be Punk Rollins? Not Punk Rollins, but Reigns and Rollins?
Of course. Dude, that bro,
Because they never had a one-on-one match at WrestleMania.
that might be one on one. Maybe the triple threat at Elimination Chamber? No, I don't know. But oh man, trying to think. That would be a great one on one match though. Because it's we've been waiting on it for the longest. We've had these like teasers over the past WrestleManias about it, and now this is like boom, this is the time.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a crazy. Hold on, let me see. Dang, I'm in the way. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
Yo, I'll be rewinding that video because that was crazy. That was crazy. I was like, what?
Yeah, that was kind of wild, man. Um, then you got move forward. You got the final three in a match. John Cena, Jey Uso, Logan Paul. At that point, I just knew, okay, Jay has to win this
Yeah,
because I don't see Paul winning this, and Cena's already set for the Chamber, so it's like Jay has to win for sure. I was fully expecting, kind of like what I was saying in the last video, Logan Paul eliminating John Cena, but it was the other way around in this one. Um, that was very satisfying for me personally because um, Paul eliminated AJ. I was like, yo, oh my gosh, man, that was crazy. But then you got the final two, Jay and John. They had a good, pretty good exchanges. Um, then the shove, just shove Cena to the floor, man, and then it was just like the realization, like, oh shoot, like Jey Uso just won the main event. Main event. Jey Uso just won the Royal Rumble and is going to headline WrestleMania. Um, how are you feeling in that moment, man? And just like kind of like what you were saying earlier, man, just the appreciation of Jey Uso's rise.
Yeah. Said it's like passing the torch, you know. Um, even though they're only 8 years apart, but still. Um, John Cena, greatest wrestler of all time. Um, Going up against the most over wrestler right now.
Hmm.
That was nice to see. Um, they with them being the final two, it made you like of course, of course us as fans or just knowing history, right? Like, or what makes sense, right?
Hmm.
We knew that Jay was going to win with him being in the pretty much him and Cena. We knew Jay was going to win. But of course, like that real fan side is like, well, what if John Cena win? You know what I mean? So like, um, I was just like, oh, like I knew Jay was gonna win, but of course, like me being a Cena fan is like, well, I'm not gonna be mad if Cena win. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be mad if Cena win at all. But like I said, I just look at it as a passing up the torch. Like, man, like bro, it's your time to shine, man. Like, you take over, you do this. Like, this is why you're here. You won for a reason. All the work that you've put in throughout the years and just even in the Royal Rumble, um, you finally get your time, even though you've had all these obstacles, even though you've um, had to go through a lot of things, whether that was always just like hearing friends, fans saying you won't be nothing, but a great tag team champion. So like to see him come out on top like this, I really am happy for him because, and like I said, I know I've been bullish on him, but it's because like I know, I know he's better than what we've seen, right? Like all the losses and stuff is like, yes, I would love to side with him and like, oh man, like, he's not winning because of this, this, and this. But, if you're not winning at all, then
Mhm.
so that was my only thing. But, this, and like I said in the group chat, this Royal Rumble win makes up for all the losses that he's had in the past. Now he gets his shot. No one has a reason to interfere. Um, it's like it's one of those things. It's like, oh, okay. It's almost like a someone got 1 year, not a 1 year, but a year left on a deal. The team didn't want to re-sign. It's like, well, show us, and then they show you, and I think this is like his contract year. This is like oh, I'm about to show you why. And yesterday he showed us why. He just showed us a glimpse of why. So, man, shout out to Jay, man. Shout out to Jay.
Shout out to the main event, Jey Uso, the Yeet Man himself, going to headline WrestleMania for the second time in his career, but this first time as a singles. wrestler, man. Um, Definitely excited for his ultimate world title match against Gunther. Because I mean, it's got to be Gunther. No way around that. But I'm excited to see his journey to this following Monday Night Raw to WrestleMania Night One, because they're gonna main event Night One for sure. Um, Man, Jey Uso, man, and Charlotte Flair, the winners of the main event. I mean the Royal Rumbles this year, 2025, man. What man, Lonnie, what's your final words for, PLE?
Um, I don't have any, but I'll tell you this much. I better not see Nikki Bella again. Belly. Wow, I better not see Nikki Bella the next one. I'll tell you that much. That's all I gotta say. And I'm not hating. I'm not.
You sure?
Oh, 1,000%.
Okay.
I already told you who I would rather see, man. I'm telling. I'd rather see ODB. Hell, I'd rather see Christy Helms.
Christy him.
Christy. She was
Christy Hemme?
Himmy. Yeah. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Gregory Helms. My bad.
You're good. You're good. But
Yeah.
yeah, so the chamber is March 1st. That's a whole month. But man, until our next PLE preview, man. Um, Yours truly, Kendrick McKnight here, man. The man you can't see, Lonnie, and the guy that you really can't see, King, not here again. You know what I'm saying? Um, until our next video, make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content. Until the next one, yes, sir. No better yet. Yeet.